Good evening. Thank you so much for staying with KTN Prime. My name is Kelly Boss, and this is KTN Business Prime. Now, in 2025, banks made a lot of profits, but that came from overlooking the private sector and going for treasury bills and bonds. And I'll tell you why that is backward to the Kenyan economy. Now, Kenyan banks recorded high profits in 2025 full-year financial results, driven by high interest income and reduced borrowing costs. However, these earnings present a contrast to the financial struggles of everyday citizens who continue to face high living costs and heavy digital debt burdens. Now, banks leaned into high-yield government securities, capturing strong returns while reducing their appetite for private sector risk. Now, I spoke to economic experts to make sense of this.
You know, when a government borrows and very keenly borrows from the domestic market, it disenfranchises the private enterprise because now the banks are more keen to lend to the government. Why? Because that government investment for them as a bank has no risk. So if you can get returns of up to 14% on a government security, why would you go and give a business person who is looking for a loan in Githurai at 16% interest, for instance, given that that kind of a loan carries risk with it?
So one of the things that I hope we're going to do is that we're going to reduce the amount of borrowing. First of all, we rationalize our expenditure so that we can reduce the amount of borrowing, which means that banks can then lend to businesses, and businesses can grow, they can create employment, and when we create employment, there's more taxes to be collected, there's more demand, and there's even more levies to be collected by government.